It looks like Don Lemon is about to be shown the door at CNN. That's right. The lemon is about to be squeezed out, ladies and gentlemen. I am Carmine Sabia, and this is Explain America. Folks, thank you for joining us here tonight. Now, before we get started, as always and ever, I'd like to ask you guys to please like, comment, share, subscribe, and follow us at Explain America on Facebook. Those little things really do help a small channel like ours grow and spread the conservative message. And in times like these, that's really important. Times like these, when we're fighting against people like Don Lemon and the cavalcade of mainstream media hacks who like to spin the truth to fit their narrative, pretending to be fair and impartial journalists when in fact they are activists bent on a left-wing agenda and electing Democrats. Don Lemon, however, has shown something that I think a lot of people did not anticipate from him. He's shown that he can be quite a misogynist. Now, first, Lemon had his issues with Caitlin Collins, where he yelled at her off stage or off camera for interrupting him, as has been widely reported and not disputed by any of the parties involved. And then on Friday, no, I'm sorry, I apologize, it was Thursday, Don Lemon tried to take a swipe at Nikki Haley with the misogynist claim that a woman leaves her prime after her 40s. In other words, a woman who is 50 years old or older is no longer in their prime. Now, I can attest personally from my experience with women of that age, that is entirely not true. It is ludicrous. It is ridiculous. Now, Lemon said this was not his opinion, but opinions that he read by Googling it. You could just Google it, he said to his co-hosts. And it was an attempt to swipe at Nikki Haley and say she's not in her prime for being in her 50s, when she's talking about Joe Biden, who's in his 80s, not being in his prime. There's quite a difference between Nikki Haley, a young, vibrant woman in her 50s, versus Joe Biden, an elderly man in his 80s. But I digress. His co-host, Poppy Harlow, was furious. So furious that she had to leave to go to the bathroom, and Caitlin Collins followed her. And apparently the fury continued when the show was over. Now, president of the network, Chris Licht, he's the new president, well, he said that there are remedies during a company phone call with staff. He said there were remedies if people, continued behavior like that. And, we can only assume what those remedies are. But according to sources that spoke to the New York Post, those remedies could include Don Lemon being fired. Look, he was already demoted from his own primetime show to a morning slot with an ensemble cast. That's like going from ninth place in the batting order or going from the middle of the batting order to ninth place in the batting order. And there's only one more spot to go to ninth place in the batting order, and that's the bench. That's an old saying in baseball, and it holds true here. So, Don Lemon could be one slip away from being gone, and the slip might just be his ratings. The ratings for that morning show are abysmal. It's the worst CNN has ever had for its morning time slot since they started their morning shows, and it's certainly the worst in cable news today for morning shows. And Don Lemon's not helping it. They need fresh blood in there, and just seeing some liberal guy spout liberal nonsense all day long, that's not going to work for most people. And I'm certain it's not going to work for you guys because you keep joining us here at Explain America. I want to thank you for that again. Please make sure, again, to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Remember, we love you guys. God bless you, everybody. Have a great night.